Solve x squared plus 4ix plus 3 equals 0, either by using the quadratic formula or by completing the square. I'm going to use the quadratic formula, and then we want to see what we notice about the roots. So the quadratic formula is that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a, which relates to the general quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Comparing coefficients here, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4i, and c is equal to 3. Substituting, x is going to be negative 4i plus or minus the square root of, if we square 4i, we get negative 16. Take away 4 times 1 times 3, all divided by 2 times a, 2 times 1 is 2. So I've got negative 4i plus or minus the square root of negative 16 take away 12 is negative 28, all divided by 2. So that's negative 4i plus or minus the square root of 4, square root of 7, square root of negative 1, all over 2, which is negative 4i plus or minus 2 root 7i over 2, which is negative 2i plus or minus root 7i. So we get negative 2 plus root 7i and negative 2 take root 7i. Note that this is not the negative of this, so they're not conjugate. The real part is 0, but the imaginary parts are not negatives of each other, so it's not conjugate. And note, we had just here a coefficient that wasn't real, and that leads us on these three examples that came up to 22. So 20, 21 and 22 are leading us up to what I'm about to discuss next.